All right, I'm here. So let's get to this, man. Stand down, or leave. What do you mean, CEO? Meaning like this: would you want to be in a relationship with somebody that is broke, that is struggling, that is trying to make it or trying to improve their life, right? Or do you want to get with a person that has already made it, that's not broke, that's already secure, already went through his struggle phase, and already is who he gonna be, right? It's two folds of that, right? When you meet a person that done made it, they might not have no ambitions to go further. So let's say like NBA players, let's say they make it at 22, right? But when they 35 and when they 40, they are just bullshit people because they have no ambitions to achieve nothing else. That was their peak in life. Their NBA career was their peak. And after the NBA, it's all down, right? So would you rather be a person in they making, right? Or when they have already made it? Put that in the chat while I play a few videos and we kind of go over it. Where do you want to be in a relationship with a person? A person that is becoming or a person that has already became? At what point do you want to meet your significant other? Put it in the chat. Y'all talk to me. I need y'all to talk to me.
My dream, one of my goals. I used to want her to support me so much. I thought there was gonna be a woman I was gonna be with. You know what I'm saying? I did a lot of stuff with her. You know what I'm saying? Every dime that I got, and where I was working, I gave to her. The only thing I wanted to do was get me a haircut and pay my cell phone bill so I could, shoot my video.
Right.
But I felt like at the time the money, it wasn't coming fast enough.
Right.
It wasn't there. So she went to, you need to get a job.
Let me tell y'all something. I don't blame his girlfriend for telling him to get a freaking job and kick him out of her house. I don't blame her, because ain't nothing funny when that rent due when you ain't got the money. Ain't nothing funny about that. After I pay my bills like the first or second of the month, I can't laugh again until the 5th. I can't laugh again until I re-up and I got the money. Ain't nothing funny when you got bills due and it's a man in your house who's not contributing. But in all seriousness though, that was really her fault for even letting that man live with her, because what you mean he ain't
this no more, so you might have to go do something else. So it sent me to my grandma's house. You know what I'm saying? So I was staying with my grandma for a little minute, and at that moment,
but that happened at late at night. That was like
yeah, like.
So she put you out like 2, 3 in the morning.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like I cried, I cried. I was crying already. Like when you chasing something, man, you trying to make this shit work, and. Man, I remember this shit like yesterday, bro. Like I was trying to talk to her. Shit, like
mean he ain't got no job and you let him live with you. What was the point of him being there? He could have did that at his mama house. And that's exactly where he went back to, his mama house. Sometimes men just got to get out the mud. You can't help men. Like, in all seriousness, for real, men have to do things the hard way. As a woman, when you help a man, you low-key shooting yourself in the foot. Like, you really are. They're never going to appreciate what you did for them. They're going to resent you for feeling like he couldn't do it himself and he had to
well, I can't do this no more.
Get up is risky, because who knows if he's going to stick with you if you do help him. He might get up and then be like, oh, okay, now I can afford the woman I want. He going to leave you. It's always a risk. It ain't even worth it.
Years ago.
Us. All right. So for those that don't know, that's a popular influencer, popular comedian, right? Desi Banks. And what he was talking about was he was in a relationship with a woman and he wasn't paying the bills at the time, but he wanted his career being funny. He knew he was a funny man and he knew it would pay off. Now, to his defense, it paid off. He is popular. Y'all see him right now on the Shannon Sharp show, and he made it. And he stayed down with what he was putting down. He was being honest about what he was doing, and he has made it. The woman that he was with is no longer there. She's not there. She chose not to go through that with him, right? As he was becoming. She chose not to go through that with him. All right. Was she right? Was she wrong? How do y'all feel about that? And would y'all stay down? Right? Because now she is probably with somebody else, right? Now let's say this: she's with somebody else that's paying the rent, that's helping on the rent, but as a collective, they not going nowhere. As a collective, nothing is really happening for them, right? Experiences aren't happening. So yeah, you left him, you got a nigga that got the rent, and now if a nigga got the rent and got the money, he cheating on you. So Desi was probably cheating on you with his goals, with his comedy, right? Now she dealing, it's 9 times out of 10, she dealing with niggas that's cheating on her right now. Because it's the same bullshit wherever you go, man. That's just what this society is. So she ain't kick him out and leave him and like, oh, I'm gonna get better. I'm gonna get a nigga that got money. The nigga with the money come with the bitches, come with the hoes, come with all that, right? Now, he done made it, right? And you over here dealing with a wannabe nigga now. Because you wasn't willing to go through the process with him when he was going through it. That's the part you have to understand about making the choice. I always say life is hell. You got to pick somebody to go through hell with, not somebody to be in love with, somebody that you are willing to go through hell with, because life is hell, man. That's just the honest truth. Now, let's flip that. I got to know that ain't where it ends. Y'all know this shit don't just stop right there, right? But yeah, we hold on. We got something else. Damn it, how do I get to it? Hold up 1 second. Yeah, y'all leave y'all comments in the chat while y'all thinking like, yeah, that's right. So now she got somebody that could pay the rent, and 9 times out of 10, he just cheating on that shit. And they are actually looking at Instagram watching Desi. Yeah, they on fucking Instagram now watching him because he done blew up. Because she didn't want to stay down. But you know, I could go on and on about that. But I'm not. We're going to play this clip, right? Here go another clip, even better situation. Where I told y'all, you get with somebody that made it in the NBA, and after the NBA, that's the highlight of their life. Here go one for y'all. Make sure we in here. Let me pull it up. Here go another situation. Let's check out this one with Avery Johnson.
My wife was a registered nurse in the early 1990s. I was cut. I didn't have a job, and she was paying all the bills. She was paying all the bills, and she was taking great care of me. I had my workouts going, but I didn't have an NBA team. The Denver Nuggets had cut me. It was between the Nuggets and the Spurs, and another times it was between the Spurs and when I signed with the Rockets, but my wife was paying all the bills. She was the breadwinner because I was on an unguaranteed contract. And I'll never forget, I went in this cafeteria, and my wife gave me $4. But when I went in the cafeteria, my wife gave me $4. She said, hey, go treat yourself to some lunch. And I went in there, and the bill came to $4.78 because I didn't account for the iced tea. But fortunately, at Cleveland's cafeteria in Houston, Texas, on Buffalo Speedway, or near Buffalo Speedway, the guy gave me that free iced tea. So thanks to the guy that gave me that free iced tea and my wife, in between my job, they gave me those $4. But I sure made up for it for all those shoes I've been buying. Well, I'll never forget, my wife was a registered.
So yeah, there he was, an NBA player, and his career was over with. And his wife stayed down with him to now. He's been a coach. He's been mostly, I mean, y'all might know him. That's Avery Johnson, former Spurs player, now NBA coach, and has a very successful career. But after the NBA, when he reached his peak was when he was in the NBA. After the NBA was over with, shit wasn't working. Shit wasn't coming in. His wife stayed down with him, helped build him back up, and now he's a successful NBA coach with multiple jobs and things lined up. Yeah, you say you never heard of him. Yeah, he's older. His name is Avery Johnson. He's an NBA coach, former Spurs player. But again, so y'all tell me, are you staying down or are you leaving? Which one are you doing? Do you want the guy that's becoming, or do you want the guy that has already became? Build from the ground up. It builds character and stability. That's what Jay Money say. Christopher say, I want a woman when she up. It shows she want to build. Mockingbird say he got to bring an EBT card or something to the table. That's facts. Somebody make her pay the whole rent. Somebody made her pay the whole rent. Bet she got a girl. Talking about the girl. Yeah, she got a girlfriend. She ain't got no dude. Mockingbird fact. Cut the grass and keep the butter. I get both sides depending on how they act. You can't be sitting around playing video games and I'm working 2 jobs. That's facts. Yeah, Desi is hilarious. Speak on it. You ain't wrong. Okay, I wasn't wrong. Oh, you saying she wasn't wrong. Now sister girl want him back. Okay, yeah, you saying I wasn't wrong. Yeah, I was just trying to give perspective, right? She was right. That's the path she chose. It wasn't meant for her to be with him. It could be a lesson learned. Facts. It's always a lesson learned, but at the end of the day, what lesson are we learning here, Diamond? I'm asking you, do you want a man that's becoming, or do you want a man that has already became? Yeah, that's the question y'all ain't answered. Do y'all want a man that's becoming, or do y'all want a man that has already became? Y'all done skipped over the goddamn question. Yeah. What do you want, Diamond? Help me out. Help me understand. Or fellas, Chris say he want a one that already became. He don't want a woman that's becoming. Everybody gonna be with who they meant to be with. Yeah. But you got to go through the niggas you ain't meant to be with to get to that person. Now, for some reason, broke guys want to cheat too. Boy, your ass can't afford to cheat. News say, if I'm already with him, I'm staying down. If I just met him at an old age, I don't have enough time to build you. Yeah, that's okay. So you need somebody that's becoming. Drea. Okay, Drea. We got you, Drea. Hold on, y'all. We got news in the building. Coming to the stage, Drea Michelle. What's up, Drea?
What's good? Don't be calling me no Drea Michelle. I can't date nobody that's the same age as my damn kids.
All right, give us some game on the becoming or became.
Becoming or became. Oh, your question about if you staying or leaving?
Yeah, do you want a man that's becoming, or do you want a man that already became?
If I was already with him and then that situation happened, I'm gonna stay down with him. But if I'm just meeting him, I'm too old right now to be trying to build a nigga up. At my age, all the men in my age bracket already need to be doing something. Now we can continue to grow together, but I'm not building you up right now. Not in your 40s.
Okay, what do you think about the guy that's like the Desi Banks situation?
The last one that you just played?
No, the last one I just played was Avery Johnson. He was an NBA player, and then
that's the one I seen. I didn't see the other one. I didn't see the Desi. I didn't see that one, and I don't know who that is.
Oh, okay. So what you think about that?
I didn't see that one.
No, I'm saying the last one, the one you did see.
Yeah, that's why I said I'll if I'm already with him and something happens, I'm gonna stay down and help him rebuild him back up like what she did. But if it's a situation where I'm just meeting you, I can't do that. Sorry.
Right. Okay. So in the Desi Banks situation, are you familiar who Desi Banks is? He's a comedian.
No.
Maybe I could bring him up. Hold on real quick. Well, Desi Banks was a comedian. He was doing like what we are doing now. He was trying to start his influencer career, right? And he said at the time he didn't have any money because he was so focused on doing the skits and learning how to edit and put stuff out, right? But his girl at the time got upset by him and told him all about the internet stuff and basically kicked him out at 2 a.m. So he went back to his grandmother's house and he just went back to focusing on his career, and he went on to be successful, right? At what he was doing. So now he is successful, and the girl's probably still dating or whatever. Hold on, I'm gonna play it. Oh wait, I don't even have it up no more. What happened? Hold up real quick.
So the only thing I wanted to do was get me a haircut and pay my cell phone bill so I could, you know, shoot my video.
Right.
She didn't believe in my dream and my goals. I used to want her to support me so much. You know, I thought there was gonna be a woman I was gonna be with. You know what I'm saying? I did a lot of stuff with her. You know what I'm saying? Every dime that I got, where I was working, I gave to her. The only thing I wanted to do was get me a haircut and pay my cell phone bill so I could, you know, shoot my video.
Right.
But I felt like at the time the money, it wasn't coming fast enough.
Right.
You know, it wasn't there. So she went to, you need to get a job.
Let me tell y'all something. I don't blame his girlfriend for telling him to get a freaking job and kick him out of her house. I don't blame her, because ain't nothing funny when that rent due when you ain't got the money. Ain't nothing funny about that. After I pay my bills like the first or second of the month, I can't laugh again until the 5th. I can't laugh again until I re-up, and I got the money. Ain't nothing funny when you got bills due and it's a man in your house who's not contributing. Like, but in all seriousness though, that was really her fault for even letting that man live with her, because what you mean he ain't.
She didn't believe in my dream.
All right. So now he done went on to fulfilling that dream.
Oh, so he making millions now?
Yeah, he's on Shannon Sharp couch, meaning like his gift has made room from him. It pays the bills now. I mean, we don't have to contribute to making millions. What we're saying is the thing that he wanted to do the tree that he planted has started to produce fruit.
So in his situation, it sounded like they was young. And I mean, if she already was doing it, if I already was doing it by myself and I let him move in and he had this dream or whatever, I don't really know the full situation, because it sounded like he really not telling the whole story, because he did say all I was worried about was paying for my haircuts and doing my video. So he sound real selfish. So that may be why she kicked him out. It may not be that she didn't support his dream. It's a lot of shit we not hearing, you know what I'm saying? Because he sound like he was just like not giving a F about nothing in that household. Because even though, you know, you ain't balling at that time or whatever, and you trying to pursue your dream, you could, you know, you could contribute to something in the household. But the little bit of things that he said, it sounded like he was real selfish. And now he's trying to say that she just didn't support his dream, and that's why she left him. I mean, that's why he left her. But I don't know if that's the whole story. I kind of don't feel like that's the whole story. So
okay, well, it came about, what he was talking about has came about, right? So would you put it in the context that they wasn't meant to be, or what would you put it in the context in? Do you think, but do you think that when she leaves and she finds a man that actually contributes, that she still finds what she wants in that man?
Somebody text me and distracted me. What did you say? Because I couldn't hear while I was reading this text.
I said, you right, I'm wrong. Yeah, you right, I'm wrong. I get it, but at the end of the day, I guess everybody responsible for the choices they made. I don't have the answers. Nobody does. That's why we sitting back and talking about it.
I feel like it wasn't meant to be, you know, because she would have, you know, she would have stayed down with him regardless. It wasn't their time. Their season was over.
Right. All right, I got you. Well, we're gonna move on to the next topic.